Hello, friends. So, in yesterday's poll, we were talking about emotions a little bit, okay? And I wanted to come on here and just kind of describe things at a deeper level, okay? Because I get the feeling that it can be a little confusing sometimes, like where all of this sits, okay? So, let's dive into this. And I have heard this explained multiple ways, okay? So, whatever way feels most aligned for you, go with that. So, in this scenario, whenever something happens, we have an initial reaction, okay? And that initial reaction is the emotion that we feel. So, that could be anger, that could be sadness, that could be grief, that could be joy. And these emotions are at the core, okay? It's the very beginning of the scenario. This emotion usually comes up whenever something happens, all right? And it is the initial reaction, initial response. It is going to be brief and it is going to feel very intense. And whenever I say that we need to be feeling our emotions, that is the emotion that I'm talking about. Now, if we allow that emotion to gain traction within us, okay, if we allow that emotion to create a story about what is happening, then that's whenever it moves into a feeling. And those feelings are the stories that we tell ourselves. Those feelings are the rumination that happens in our mind space. Now, again, I've heard this explained multiple different ways. Some people think, the feeling is the emotion, and some people think the emotion is the feeling. So, however you need to explain it for yourself, do that, okay? But this is the way that I explain it. The emotion at its core is the initial response, okay? That's what we need to be listening to. That's what we need to be allowing, okay? Because that emotion is that reaction to what is happening. And that is going to be the guidepost that we can be following, okay? As an example, if someone has crossed a boundary, okay, chances are we're going to feel angry, all right? So if we can stop right there and go, okay, this person crossed this boundary. I need to set a boundary. I need to, if this has happened multiple times, I need to, cut them out of my life or whatever, okay? Whatever's going on. The feeling would be where we would add story to that, okay? The feeling would be, oh, this person always does this. They don't care about me. They don't love me. They're going to leave me. And it just keeps going. It's like the hamster wheel that keeps spinning in our minds. And the story that we tell ourselves, that's where we can get trapped, okay? We can get trapped in those feelings, okay? And then we just keep ruminating on it and allowing it to live rent-free in our heads. Whenever actually all we needed to do was just feel that emotion, see what was there underneath the emotion, and make the changes necessary to keep ourselves safe and keep ourselves aligned and relatively happy. Now, this goes even further than all that, okay? Because if we allow those feelings to continue, okay, without any kind of change, without any kind of work, without any kind of allowing the emotion to tell us what it is we need to do in order to move forward, then we create a whole ass mood, okay? And honestly, that is where the trap is, okay? Because we can get trapped in this pattern of these feelings, all right? That's when the story we tell ourselves becomes our life, okay? Because the mood is going to be less intense, okay, than the original emotion, all right? It's going to last way longer, all right? Ever feel like you're in a funk? Ever feel like you just can't clear what's going on within yourself? Chances are that emotion turned into a feeling and then became your mood. And honestly, this is a lot of jargon, you know what I mean? But at its core, this is all about being able to experience the initial emotion and allowing ourselves to have that emotion. Because if we can have that emotion and wait for the revelation underneath the emotion, we're not going to get trapped in that story. We're not going to get trapped in the mood and the feeling. And this is way easier said than done, okay? It takes a lot of practice. But being able to stop ourselves, and even using that phrase, the story I'm telling myself, is so freeing. So next time you have a strong emotional reaction, try to sit with it. And if you feel yourself ruminating on the emotion, ask yourself, what story are you trying to tell yourself? And become curious about this, okay? Not from the space of judging yourself or judging how you're reacting or judging anything that's happening at all, but in a space of curiosity. Okay, why am I telling myself this story? This simple but definitely not easy tool can help you so much. Help you get out of your head, help you get out of the story that you were literally telling yourself about yourself and other people. Do you already do this, but in a different way? Let me know what you do to help get yourself out of that trap in the comments, okay? Either way, good luck with this one, friends, because this is not an easy task to do, but it can definitely be one of the most freeing. I'll see y'all next time. Bye, friends.